kind of has to suck it up, doesn't he? And I don't know how you pressure a guy who's done so much for this organization, but lost on Jose Altuve, how you pressure a guy like this to say, hey, man, you got to play through this 100%. Is that really going to happen? Because it feels like the Astros have always let Yordan, if he's not 100%, have the day off. And I'm not even calling out Yordan here. I'm just saying this has been the reality. Astros took down the Tampa Bay Rays yesterday at that minor league ballpark 4-3. The first back-to-back road wins for the Astros all season. May 19th and May 20th. But hey, they're ahead of schedule compared to last year. The real question is, how long is that going to last? Because the latest update when it comes to Yordan Alvarez and the hand issue that has sidelined him for a couple of weeks now has me pretty concerned. This is a headline from the Houston Chronicle from Matt Kawahara. Astros slugger Yordan Alvarez says his hand is better, but he can't swing a bat without pain. What kind of pain? I'm not 100% sure. Here is what Yordan Alvarez said through his interpreter. His hand is getting better, but he still feels it when he swings. He said he played with the hand hurting for a while, but it reached a point where I had to stop because the hand started getting inflamed. Alvarez said he is hitting in the cage and is unsure of a timeline to return. He said if he's pain-free, it could be tomorrow, it could be the next day, but we're going to keep working for it to be 100%. 100% is a very hard place to get back to for anyone, especially the further and further that we get into this season. He might be dealing with this in some degree all year long. So how long is it going to take a hand injury that he's been dealing with for a while that got inflamed to go away? And will it happen again? All great questions that when you think about the Astros training staff or medical staff, it's hard to feel good about the possible answers. Whether they give it to you or Yordan Alvarez, who famously, it seems, back in the day, did not tell Dusty Baker which of his hands was hurt. Alvarez updates are a little sketch themselves. Whether done through an interpreter, maybe it's the interpreter, maybe it's lost in translation, or it's Alvarez. Everything's always murky with this guy when it comes to days that he sits out, injuries that he is dealing with. If he is dealing with a hand injury, they're not going to make the playoffs. I feel very comfortable saying that. They need more runs right now, and they are barely scoring enough. Their starting rotation is, at the moment, held together by rubber bands and duct tape. I mean, Colton Gordon's being thrown out there. Lance McCullers is being thrown out there again. And you're about to see another new name on the mound today. Brandon Walter. Never heard of him before. Hopefully he does as well as Colton Gordon's done. What Colton Gordon did in these two starts, honestly, shocking. You didn't expect this from him. He's been solid. So they need all the help they can get, especially from an offensive perspective. Altuve is slumping. Christian Walker has not been hitting. Yainer Diaz has been disappointing. It can't be just Jeremy Peña and Isaac Paredes. And without Yordan Alvarez, who is the only lefty of consequence in their lineup, they're in a rough spot. And hearing that Yordan needs to be back at 100% per him makes me wonder how long this is going to last. Is a Kyle Tucker length absence completely off the table? How can you say it is? How could anyone say it is? You can't. You just can't. If he's looking to get back to 100%, that could be a while. Especially if he's been dealing with this for a while and the inflammation is acting up. Like, what happens if he comes back out there and the inflammation, it reappears? And it's a hand that we're talking about. I mean, it's Yordan Alvarez's most important body parts, his hands. He swings a bat. So that's every single swing. That's every single contact that bat makes with the ball that's going to be putting stress on said hand. At least he's not in the field, I guess. But what if he feels the need to field like he always seems to do? Oh, more hand issues with whatever hand it is, which I honestly just do not trust Yordan. Yordan could tell me it's his right or his left. I wouldn't trust him. I wouldn't believe him entirely based off of that time a couple of years ago with Dusty Baker. He's been playing with the pain a while. I'm curious as to what the pain level is. You know how if you go to the doctors, there's that chart. It's like a 1 through 10 pain chart, and it shows a bunch of different smiley faces with various forms of, if you're watching on YouTube, and all sorts of hilarious
like emoji faces
yeah,
all the way up. Yeah.
It's all emoji faces. Great point. I really need to know 1 to 10 where Yordan is, and I don't think the Astros are capable of finding that out with that training staff. If it is close to 1 or 2, he kind of has to suck it up, doesn't he? And I don't know how you pressure a guy who's done so much for this organization, but lost on Jose Altuve, how you pressure a guy like this to say, hey, man, you got to play through this 100%. Is that really going to happen? Because it feels like the Astros have always let Yordan, if he's not 100%, have the day off. And I'm not even calling out Yordan here. I'm just saying this has been the reality. So how much longer is he going to be out, just given the way that the Astros seem to let him be? It seems like it will be longer and longer and longer. And that's bad for where this team is right now. To their credit, the bullpen has been carrying them. The starting pitching has been making the most of its opportunities. I'm bewildered and shocked that they have done what they have done to this point this year. I mean, obviously, yeah, you got Hunter Brown, you got Framber Valdez, but Blanco's been back to form. But after that, I mean, Hayden Wesneski, he's about to get Tommy John surgery. Who knows if we've seen the last of him as a Houston Astro. Spencer Arrigetti's dealing with the thumb injury from that freak accident that he suffered because a ball hit him while he was in the outfield. What the hell, by the way, Astros? Like, how does that happen? And you're basically asking Lance McCullers to give you anything, which I feel like is asking a lot considering the guy's been out of baseball for 3 effing years. So this Yordan thing is concerning me. And if the headline is from the Houston Chronicle, he can't swing a bat without pain, you got to imagine that this is going to keep happening and it's going to stay a problem for the remainder of this season.